Hello everyone. Welcome back to Rank Talks Bowl for yet another watch along, yet another stream. This time a very special one since we're gonna be live for the Carabao Cup final, the EFL Cup final between Liverpool and Newcastle, live from Wembley Stadium. It's gonna be a huge game. Obviously, if you remember from our last stream that actually wasn't that long ago, Liverpool were eliminated from the UEFA Champions League against PSG in the round of 16. And the good and the bad thing about football is that there's always more football to be played, and so you never get enough time to celebrate your wins, and you never get enough time to dwell on your losses because you gotta get yourself back up and you already have a chance at redemption, and that's exactly what's happening here for Liverpool. After that very disappointing loss against PSG and an early exit in the most prestigious and most important competition, we have a chance to win a trophy right away, an important trophy in the Carabao Cup against a good team, Newcastle, that have earned their way, that have earned their spot here. Just readjusting that a little bit. Newcastle are a good team. We did face them fairly recently. It was a 2-0 win at Anfield. It was a good performance, but I think that the momentum has definitely shifted since then. Newcastle have been a bit of unconvincing form, but Liverpool, I mean, what else is there to say? Like, we've not been convincing in the Premier League, and in the Champions League we were eliminated, and it seems like the team is not really playing that well, and the injuries are really costing us. So I expect a very, very close game, a tight game, and we can only hope that Liverpool can get their first trophy of the season, and hopefully later on down the season we can add the Premier League to this catalogue and at least complete a domestic double, which would already be a very successful season for Arne Slot in his first year in charge. Shout out to Crate. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome back to the stream. Just woke up. Fair enough. I didn't woke up that long ago either. I overslept a bit, but thank you so much for joining either way. And thank you as always for the support on the different streams and the videos, obviously, the member polls that I saw that you were a part of. Is my audio fine, by the way? I don't know if my audio is a bit too low or anything. I'll try to adjust it as we go. Could increase a bit here, a bit there, but I don't want it to be too loud either. Maybe we can do something like this. Is this a final? It is a final. It is taking place in Wembley Stadium, as basically all finals in English football do. And yes, the Carabao Cup final, not to be confused with the FA Cup, which is a completely different thing. I don't know why England has two domestic cups, but they do. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, I'll keep adjusting. But yes, this is a final. Somebody is walking out of this with a trophy. And yeah, it would be massive for both teams, both for Liverpool and for Newcastle. Newcastle, who in the Premier League, they're not doing their best. We can check on them on the standings here. As it stands, Newcastle are sitting 6th in the Premier League. They do have a game in hand, and because Manchester City and Chelsea have dropped points this match day, if they were to win the game in hand that they're going to play later, because obviously this game takes priority, they would get into top 4 and they would be in a position to qualify for Champions League football. But their form has been erratic. Out of their last 5 games, they've won 2 and they lost 3. So they seem to be pretty inconsistent at the moment. So yeah, not the best from Newcastle, but this is a completely different game. This is a one-off game, a final, and anything can happen. And Liverpool are coming off a very tough defeat, and so I could definitely see how Newcastle could take advantage of hurt Liverpool side. We're actually gonna check both lineups here. Need to pull this right here because there are a few changes. Obviously, if you remember from last week, in the Champions League. Liverpool going with our substitute goalkeeper Kelleher, as we usually do in our cup competitions. Alisson tends to be the starting goalkeeper for the Champions League and the Premier League, but when it comes to the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, Kelleher is usually the starting goalkeeper to give Alisson some rest and obviously to give some confidence to Kelleher, who I still think is a very, very good goalkeeper. The back four with Robertson, Van Dijk, Konate and Kwanzaa against. Kwanzaa playing in that right back position because of the injury that Trent Alexander-Arnold suffered in that second leg against PSG, and we saw that in that game as well, Kwanzaa being subbed in for that right back, and now he's going to be starting in that position. Obviously he's a centre back, and so it's not his natural position, but we're just going to roll with it. The midfield remains the same: McAllister, Gravenberch and Soboslai in that number 10. Diogo Jota is still the striker, Luis Diaz on the left and Mohamed Salah on the right. Meanwhile on the side is Newcastle. Nick Pope is going to be the starting goalkeeper. He usually is the starting goalkeeper for Newcastle, but in their cup competition they usually go with Dubravka. It's not the case here. They're going with Pope, who I think is their best goalkeeper. He's much better than Dubravka in my opinion, so that's the right call. The back four with Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär, Dan Burn and Livramento as the left back. The midfield with Sandro Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes and Joelinton, and the front three with Murphy, Alexander Isak and Harvey Barnes. Isak has been on an amazing run of form. He's one of the best strikers in the Premier League, if not the best at the moment, and so he is one that we really have to pay attention to. Harvey Barnes is also a good player, and the double Brazilian midfield of Bruno Guimaraes and Joelinton, even though they are a bit of a meme, they can still pose a threat because of their creative passes and just overall good playmaking abilities. If we look over at the bench, the options that Liverpool has off the bench, obviously Cody Gakpo. He recorded a few minutes in extra time against PSG because he was just coming off injury. Maybe he's more fit to play more minutes now. Darwin Núñez and Federico Chiesa, obviously the other attackers. Wataru Endo could make an appearance. We saw him get subbed in as a centre back, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him in a midfield role this time, as he usually is. Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Tsimikas are other players that could definitely feature in my opinion. On the side of Newcastle, there's a chance that Callum Wilson gets subbed in at some point as a striker if they really need it, but more often than not, Longstaff in the midfield could show up, same as Willock, but for the most part it seems that if Newcastle are going to rely on someone off the bench to kind of shake up the game, it's probably going to be one of the youngsters that they have. So that is the state of affairs right before the game. The team which wins this qualifies to the Champions League? No, actually not. The winner of the Carabao Cup, I'm pretty sure, qualifies to the Europa League. Obviously, if Liverpool end up finishing top 4, which we are, and if we win the league especially, we're going to play the Champions League instead. We're not going to play the Europa League, but that spot is going to get liberated for someone else. And that the same goes for Newcastle. If they win this and qualify to the Europa League, and they then qualify to the Champions League through the league table, they're going to play in the Champions League, obviously, and the spot for the Europa League is going to go to somebody else. Yes, we pretty much have to win, I think. It would be disastrous to get eliminated from the Champions League and the very next game we lose a final, we lose a chance for a trophy. It would be devastating for sure, I agree. So against this Newcastle that isn't really that convincing, we got to take our chances and pick up a trophy, which is still important. Obviously the Champions League is the trophy everyone wants, also the Premier League, but this is still a very important trophy. Winning a trophy adds to the history of the club, cements you in your legacy, and in this stadium at Wembley, every time you're here you want to win. It's an important occasion for sure. Only a few more preparations before the game actually begins. we'll see. We need to win this. Yeah, I agree with that definitely. It would be, winning the Premier League alone would be a really good achievement still. I don't deny that. Um, since we have this chance to play this final against a team that we very much are the favorites, I think, even though we are feeling devastated after the Champions League exit, we need to make sure to win this trophy, add to the legacy of Liverpool, trying out a new shirt. It's not really a new shirt, it is actually older than the one that I was wearing in the previous streams, but just changing up the shirt to see if it adds potentially some luck. We'll have to see. McAllister is gonna kick us off here, and we are underway in the Carabao Cup final here at Wembley between Liverpool and Newcastle United. We're underway. Somebody is walking out of here with a trophy and somebody is walking out of here empty-handed. Both sets of fans packing Wembley Stadium, one of the biggest stadiums in Europe. I've been there, I have a picture there. I did the whole tour and it was fantastic, honestly. Incredible stadium. And yeah, a lot of memorable moments took place in that ground, not only football related, but like concerts and stuff. So it was a great, great visit. Surprised that Trippier is not the captain for Newcastle and instead is Bruno Guimaraes. Trippier was usually the captain for this team and he is like the most experienced and long-standing player, I believe, in this team. If I'm not, I could be mistaken about that. Okay, good pressing from Liverpool, but the midfield from Newcastle, especially Tonali, doing well to recover the ball and play it long, but that's an easy clearance from Andy Robertson. Is it me or the chat isn't updating on stream? It should. It happened to me before that the chat didn't update on stream, but it's just that I think I need to have the tab open, but I have it open right now, and at least I think I see your chats updating just fine here on the OBS layout. Okay, it was you, yeah, fair enough. Long ball for Murphy, puts in a cross, cleared away by the Liverpool defense, and here we come in the counter-attack. Soboslai is not able to make that long pass, and so reversing it back for Kwanzaa, and we recycle it back. Gravenberch for McAllister. McAllister for Diogo Jota, and Jota to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz on the left already trying to pose some threats. Is not able to dribble past Trippier, and the ref says that it's a foul from Luis Diaz. It's a free kick to Newcastle. Ah, your message didn't send. Fair enough, fair enough. Pope playing long, easily deflected by Van Dijk. But Tonali fights for it well, and here come Newcastle once again. That is a really good ball for Harvey Barnes, but he's not able to connect with that cross. And so no danger is created in the end, but that was a really, really good cross in behind the back of Konate. Kwanzaa is not able to keep up, and yeah, if Barnes was able to control that, potentially there was a chance, but it was really, really tough. He had to dive to even connect with that cross, but yeah, no danger for Kelleher as of now. Kelleher, who now plays long for Salah, but the ball is going to exit for a throw-in in favor of Newcastle. I don't know much about this guy Livramento, the left back for Newcastle. I believe he only starting being a regular starter this season. Um, Foul for Newcastle now on Livramento. McAllister, the one who commits it. That didn't seem like a foul to me. Livramento seemed to be the one forcing contact there. But I believe Longstaff was the one that was starting at left back, even though he's a midfielder before for Newcastle. Or I forgot who they had before Livramento, honestly. Who do I think is the favorite? I think that Liverpool should be the favorite if you're looking at the form of both teams, and yeah, just that we are top of the Premier League. I still think we are the stronger team and the more consistent team. But Newcastle are a dangerous team, and they're showing it already. Another cross put inside the box gets deflected, and that's going to be a corner for Newcastle. So far they've had the most intention to actually try to create some threat. There was a really good set piece routine. Setting up a wall 1-2 with the passing sequence, and forcing a corner that is not going to be taken by Kieran Trippier, a set piece specialist. Really good with his crosses, really good with his free kicks. I don't know why, but your voice always sounds so low to me. Well, welcome to the stream, Kule. Thank you so much for joining. I'll try to keep adjusting the volume. I can do it maybe like this, but I don't want to like overdo it. Something like this. I don't know if that's too loud, but if that's better, you guys just have to let me know, because I have no way of actually hearing myself. Don't worry, Craig, you don't need to give more memberships. Thank you so much for dropping by, and hope you have a good one. Take care of yourself. Thank you for dropping by. That's going to be a free kick for Liverpool now. Foul from Tonali on Andy Robertson. Yeah, Trippier completely blocking him. Oh, 3-hour triple. Good luck on your trip. Hope you have a safe flight. It's better. Would you prefer it to be a bit more loud, or is it fine like that, Kule? I'm going to see if Robertson of McAllister are going to be the one. Who of them is going to take the free kick? It seems like McAllister is lining up for it, but it kind of seems like a cross. Yeah, Robertson is going to play it in the end. No, McAllister. I don't know what I would try to do. What the heck was that? That was not a real play. McAllister kind of it's like he wanted to go for goal, but that was not even close. We tried to place the surprise factor, but we ended up surprising ourselves. It was really stupid. Murphy playing for Bruno Guimaraes. Trying to bounce it back off to Joelinton, but not able to do so, and Liverpool recovered the ball thanks to Luis Diaz. Good and quick passes. Long ball from Gravenberch for Mohamed Salah. Is he gonna reach in time? No, he's not. That's gonna be a goal kick for Newcastle. I think we're gonna be on for a long game here. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one going to extra time or even penalties again. And that's really gonna test the nerves of the players after we lost a penalty shootout against PSG only a few days ago. I really hope I'm wrong and that we can win it in 90 minutes and in a comfortable fashion if possible. But finals are never comfortable, and we don't seem to make any game easy on ourselves as of late. Kelleher gonna end up playing that one long. Newcastle pressing up real high at the moment. They are leaving a lot of space in behind their center backs, and that's what we're trying to expose with these long passes. That's gonna be a corner. Should be a corner. That ball bounced off Dan Burn. What? Goal kick, says the ref. No way. Well, if you say so. Livramento going forward. Gravenberch commits a foul on him. Salah does not seem comfortable in the game so far, but I think that we need to try to expose all the space that Newcastle are leaving at the back. They are a very compact unit so far, trying to play all within 30 meters of each other in the midfield, recover the ball as quickly as possible and hit on the counter-attack. That is the first shot of the game, but it's nowhere near to the goal of Kelleher. McAllister is accusing that he was fouled during that play. He's chatting with the referee. Dan Burn is one massive dude. That guy is huge. I believe he was called up for England, right? Same as Juanza, if I'm not mistaken. No foul on Shota? Apparently not, says the ref. That ball bounces off Luis Diaz and it's gonna be a throw-in for Newcastle. Very low action so far in these first 12 minutes of the game. But I guess you can't expect it to be an open game in a final. Now it's Liverpool, the one who's pressing and forcing Newcastle to play long. But that only gives us a free chance to recover the ball. Luis Diaz recycling it back for Gravenberch, and here's Konate. Spreading it to Robertson. And that's gonna be a throw-in for us. Yeah, again we're playing long, but this time it's not really with the intention to hurt. Bruno escapes from their press. Oh, that was a really good throw ball for Harvey Barnes, but it gets intercepted by Van Dijk. Just in time, crucial interception, otherwise Barnes had a one-on-one with Kelleher. That was a foul on Tonali, but the ref says otherwise. This ref does not seem to be doing a good job so far, in my opinion. Making mistakes for both sides, I think, so far. It's only 13 minutes and I'm already complaining about the ref, but at least I'm not saying we're getting robbed. I think the ref is being bad for both sides so far. Here comes Mo Salah, tries to play it, but gets deflected by Livramento. Gravenberch recovering the ball, but that's gonna be offside and a free kick for Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes topping that ball, trying to recycle it back. Again, we're seeing a lot of long attempts to escape from the press, but doesn't seem to be working for either team so far. Luis Diaz trying to help with the recovery. That's a long shot from Murphy, but it's gonna go well over the bar, and it's gonna be a goal kick for Liverpool. Very strong challenge from Kwanzaa, but he did get the ball first. Very, very good challenge on Livramento. Just seeing on the replay. Yeah, why are we playing like that if we're just gonna go long? Don't understand. Robertson again. That is a really bad pass, just very careless from Robertson right there. We do recover the ball though. Very messy first half by both teams so far. We cannot find Salah in an advantageous position. It seems like Newcastle are really setting up for that. Thank you so much for joining, Albert. Welcome back to the stream. ¿Cómo vamos? We're doing okay, but I think that both teams are really imprecise at the moment. It's a bit of a locked game, like you'd expect most finals to be. Nobody's really finding their footing. Newcastle has had a few decent approaches, but they haven't finished them with a decent chance. And yeah, Liverpool are struggling to find our wingers in good positions. Both teams pressing up really well and try to play long to escape that press and losing the ball in that way. So we haven't really seen any clear chances so far. Alberto Solana was a Newcastle favorite, so that pretty much makes me a Newcastle fan. Fair enough. Fair enough. If that's the reasoning. It would be massive for Newcastle to win a trophy, but Liverpool really need this after our elimination in the Champions League. That's not a foul on McAllister, says the ref. Soboslai tries to press and commits a foul of his own. McAllister is still complaining to the ref, who I think has not had a good performance so far. That did seem like a foul from Joelinton, if I'm being honest. Again playing long, and here's Joelinton. Livramento is not gonna put in the cross, place it back. Joelinton once again, he's gonna be the one to deliver the cross, takes the deflection, and it's an easy catch for Kelleher. And instantly we're gonna play with Diogo Jota. Robertson over to Luis Diaz. And again back. Long ball from Robertson for Luis Diaz, but Trippier is able to get there first and head it back for Nick Pope. Yeah, not a whole lot happening so far. It seems like long balls are going to be the name of the game. Both teams trying to escape from each other's press. I think that it's going to be like this until there are no more legs left and teams stop pressing. But for now, the game is like intense, but also not really, because the pace is not really getting put to best use, because every attempt at exposing the other team's space in behind is being met with a deflection or a clearance. Salah over to Soboslai, squares it down the middle, but Diogo Jota is not able to reach it before the centre back from Newcastle. The one that is in Dan Burn, I have to check the lineup again. Schär, obviously. Fabian Schär is the one who blocked it. Yo, great. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships once again. Feels like it wouldn't be a stream if it wasn't great gifted memberships. I don't know if anybody received them. That's really weird. Neither Albert or Cooley seems to have received a membership, but either way, thank you so much for the support to the channel. And yeah, good luck on your trip, man. Thank you so much for dropping by and the support once again. Much love. There's going to be a corner for Newcastle now. I did say that Dan Burn is one massive dude and he's being marked by McAllister for some reason, who is not a massive dude. However, there's not going to be a cross put inside the box right away, and there's going to be a foul from Isak, and that's going to be a free kick for Liverpool. Real proudly, yeah, given everyone who could earn a membership won. It's crazy. Kelleher playing long, very, very long. Is that true? 70 years without a trophy for Newcastle? That's kind of insane. Thank you, Crate. Take care of yourself. See you later. Thank you again for dropping by and for the gifted. Appreciate it a ton, man. Take care of yourself. Yep, we're gonna lose possession once again. That's a decent attempt from Kwanzat pushing forward, but yeah, inside him nothing, and here comes Newcastle now. Pass for Murphy. Isak now inside the box. Guimaraes is gonna try to shoot. Just wide from Sandro Tonali. That's gonna be a goal kick for Liverpool. Long from Konate. Is Luis Diaz onside? Apparently he is, but 2 headers from the Newcastle defense back to Pope. That's an easy catch. Yeah, we are not really finding success with the long passes so far. And here comes Newcastle now. with Murphy. Murphy gonna put in a cross for Isak, and Konate is able to clear it masterfully, and that's gonna be a corner for Newcastle. Let's see how Newcastle decide to approach this corner. This time the cross is gonna put in directly. It's to the second post, headed back in, and Kelleher is able to catch it. Decent attempt with that routine from Newcastle. Dan Burn, the one to head it back in, and yeah, Guimaraes had an opportunity there, but he was way too close to Kelleher, and he just dives to collect the ball. Luis Diaz, McAllister with the long pass, not able to reach Mo Salah. That's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool. Very good recovery from Konate as Isak was about to escape. Is that a foul? No, says the ref. And it's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool instead. Good free kick for Liverpool now. Let's hope that we actually play it right this time and not do what McAllister did before. Maybe we can actually put in a decent cross for one of the many good headers that we have. Robertson delivers the cross. It's a decent one, but it gets cleared away. Mo Salah is just going to let that one exit, and it's going to be a corner for Liverpool. Yo, Seth, thank you so much for joining. Welcome back. Not a very entertaining game if you have missed it so far. A lot of long passes and unsuccessful counterattacks. But here comes the delivery from Robertson. Gets cleared away right away. That's going to be another throw-in for Liverpool. recycling back to Kwanzaa. Tries to play it forward, but we lose possession. The press from Newcastle has been very effective so far. But again, no team seems to be successful with these constant long passes. Although, as I say that, Luis Diaz is now escaping through, but Nick Pope is able to get there first. However, the flag is up. Luis Diaz was offside. But that was probably going to be the first successful long ball of the evening. Yeah, just about offside, Luis Diaz. Looking at the centre backs that were down the middle. Decent attempt from both him and Robertson with the long pass, spotting his run. But the pass should have been a bit earlier. And yeah, Luis Diaz would have been on a one-on-one situation with Pope. Either way, Pope had done really well coming off his line outside the box and kicking it out of danger. But it was still good to have been a clear opportunity for Liverpool if Luis Diaz was able to get a touch on that. Konate loses in that duel against Tonelli, and so the Italian ends up winning a corner for Newcastle. Newcastle have had multiple corners so far in this first half, and usually they've tried to play them short, but I think that the most dangerous opportunity they created was when they actually put in a cross for Dan Burn. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they tried something like that again. I don't know why McAllister is the one selected to man-mark Burn when he's like a foot smaller than Burn. Another cross, Kelleher comes out. No deflection is taken, and so that's going to be a goal kick for Liverpool. How are we gonna break through? I think that, again, like I said at the beginning, I think we're in for a long game here. This is not gonna get resolved easily. It's probably gonna come down to a late winner or something in extra time when there are no more legs, because right now the game is just too intense from both teams. The pressing is too much to handle. Van Dijk playing it long for Robertson, but the marking from Trippier is better. He's been so good defensively so far in this first half. Luis Diaz and Robertson have gotten nothing on that side of the pitch so far. If we're gonna do anything, I feel like it has to be down the right with Salah against Livramento, but we haven't seen a straight-on one-on-one between Salah and Livramento so far in the game, which I think is disappointing. Here comes Harvey Barnes. Gonna play to Livramento. No, he continues on his own, facing against Kwanzaa. Puts in a good delivery for Murphy. Takes a deflection of Robertson, and the shot from Trippier as well. Deflected by Robertson. That's gonna be a corner, but that was a very good opportunity for Newcastle. The cross from Barnes, very, very dangerous at the back of Robertson. And the header from Isak himself does hit the back of Robertson. And yeah, Robertson blocking that twice after getting caught off guard. Dark Sendos, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the stream. Hearing the name Solano taking me back, was still in school when he was playing at Newcastle. Fair enough. Ooh, that was a good header from Byrne. He found himself inside the box once again from that delivery, and Kelleher was in the right place at the right time to catch it, but that was a header from point blank range. Kelleher was lucky to be positioned down the middle where that header was going. It was Byrne who headed it down for Guimaraes, if I'm not mistaken. Is that gonna be a foul? Yeah, that's a foul from Soboslai. Hello everyone, hello Mats, welcome back, thank you so much for joining. Not a great first half of football, I gotta say, from either team. If gun to my head I had to pick who's been the better team, I think I give the slight edge to Newcastle so far, but I don't think either team has been especially threatening. Again, both teams just pressing the heck out of each other, and the long balls trying to expose the space in behind have not been successful. Another long pass, that's Joelinton. Lofton in the box, but gets cleared away, and here comes Liverpool in the counter attack. Let's see if we can make something happen. Luis Diaz is gonna escape with it, but Pope goes off his line, heads it away, and Newcastle barely escaped from that one. Van Dijk winning the game, the duel against Isak. Not a foul from Guimaraes on McAllister apparently. Yeah, that is true. Newcastle aren't allowing Konate and Van Dijk clear opportunities to head away the ball in the corner, but still I don't know why McAllister is being selected to man mark Dan Burn. That is not a choice from Newcastle. That is something that Liverpool seem to be doing intentionally, and it doesn't seem very smart. Joelinton really celebrating receiving that foul. Header from Konate. Newcastle was appealing for a foul, and apparently only now the ref is gonna stop the play. I don't think I would be able to tolerate a stream with Steve in this moment. Is Steve even doing a watch along of his own for this game? He is, yeah, I would have expected him to. Really, really special occasion for Newcastle. Luis Diaz escaping in behind Trippier. He's appealing for a handball, but I didn't see it, to be honest. The defending from Trippier so far has been superb. No, he doesn't support Liverpool. No, no, no. He does support a bunch of teams, but... Oh, the other Steve. Fair enough. So the ball did hit the hand of Trippier, but it was... After the bounce, it was completely accidental and it didn't really change the trajectory of the ball, so I don't think that's ever a penalty. Steve Manchala does support a lot of teams, but not to in England at least. But yeah, I completely forgot about the other Steves. Very scrappy so far between both teams. Not a great game of football. Very tense and very cagey, as all finals usually are. Livramento puts in a cross for Isak, but the Swede is not able to connect, and so that's going to be a goal kick for Liverpool. Throwing from Newcastle, it seems like the momentum is on their side right now, but still haven't created a clear opportunity from it. You got lost? Like, on your way back home or what? 10 kilometers is quite the walk. Depends on how much you were climbing or if it was just walking down a plane. Either way, it's still a decently long walk, and I've done stuff like that before whenever I've missed like a bus or something on my way to the bus. Fair enough. Since you did a Boca video on Boca hunting for their Libertadores, it will be fun to see you tackle Benfica's European Cup curse. Well, I don't really do video essays on European football. The only time I cover European football is for Liverpool during these live streams, but for the rest of my YouTube content, especially the videos, I produce them mainly for South American football. I'm sure that you can find good videos in English of people speaking about Benfica and their curse in European football. You were in a part of the city that you didn't know. Another shot from Harvey Vance. This time this takes a deflection from on Konate. That's going to be yet another corner for Newcastle. The momentum definitely on their side as we approach the end of the first half. Crossing delivered. That's a good header, and that is the goal from Newcastle. Again, Dan Burn, he's been marked by McAllister. I don't know why that is. That is a really good header to the far post. Kelleher can do nothing to catch it, and yeah, that's 1-0 to Newcastle. I really don't understand. Like the entire game I've been saying, why is McAllister marking Dan Burn even though he is a foot smaller than him? And yeah, we could see that the momentum was shifting in favor of Newcastle. It was only a matter of time before they had a clear opportunity, and in the first clear opportunity they had, they do score. Yeah, Burn absolutely alone. McAllister left chasing him, but he cannot get anywhere near. And very powerful header just beats Kelleher on the far post. Yeah, fantastic header, I agree. But like, he's only able to get that good of a header because nobody's there marking him. Felt savable because the speed of the ball wasn't really the highest, but I think Kelleher really wasn't expecting that. No, yeah, everyone in the chat is saying great header, but like, he's only allowed to make that header because nobody's marking him, because he's all alone. If somebody is there, like at least blocking him or moving him out of his comfort, just being near him, he doesn't get that good of a header. But because he's being non-marked by McAllister, who is at least 30 centimeters smaller, and even then he was caught off position. McAllister, we can see he's just rushing to get back into position to get to Burn, and he's not there in time. I agree, fantastic header. He only gets that header because nobody's marking him. It's a mistake on Liverpool's side. That goal makes Steve shake. Yeah, no, we are absolutely trolling by putting McAllister. I don't know who made that decision, but it's so stupid because it's not the first time I've seen it. I've been talking about it every single set piece. That is a good... No, what? Soboslai? It was Diogo Jota actually, the one who got a chance inside the box. Luis Diaz heading it back to him. And Diogo Jota is not able to control, and his shot is just so wide. As the ref blows his whistle for half time. Very disappointing end to the half. In a very cagey and locked game. We concede from a set piece, and they've been talking about it the whole game. Welcome to Mayhem and Mr. Krabs, by the way. I didn't get to say hi to you guys. We do have the league on a silver platter, but after a disappointing exit in the Champions League, this really felt like the chance to turn our fortunes around and at least get a domestic double. And against a Newcastle team that is really inconsistent, it felt like a perfect opportunity, but now we have to fight from behind in the second half. Yeah, I mean, your commentators are being critical of that decision because I think it's so obvious. I don't understand why Newcastle tallest player isn't being marked by our tallest player. I really don't understand. I don't understand how I'm able to see these things from miles away, minutes in advance, and the people who are actually on the ground, seeing it with their own eyes, cannot actually see what I'm seeing and act in consequence. I feel like I'm going crazy, but I'm not a genius. I'm not a football expert. I just watch a lot of this sport, and I see that, their tall guy is being marked by our short guy, so surely he's gonna win the header. And McAllister gets caught off position one time, and we concede. I don't understand. I really don't understand how those things can happen. And something similar happened in the PSG game as well, where I said that we were leaving a lot of space in behind our fullbacks, and next thing you know, Dembele puts in a long pass for Barcola on the back of Robertson, and that's how we concede. Months in advance, I said that we needed to sign a right back and a new center back, and next thing you know, Alexander Arnold comes off injured, and now we have to start Kwanzaa at right back. I don't understand. Yeah, should have done better with that. It wasn't the easiest shot to make, but he was fairly close to the goal, and he had managed to control it, and he just had a horrible shot. What did you think of that double kick by Julian Alvarez? I think that I'm still not fully convinced that there was a double touch on the ball. I can see the ball slightly moving before he strikes it, so I guess that should be evidence of a double touch, but it's taken me like seeing the shot multiple times to even see that. And usually on most occasions, VAR only intervenes when there's clear-cut evidence to overrule the first decision of the referee. And since it didn't look clear and concise, I don't know why VAR intervened. And even then, it was such a hard call to make. It was made so quickly that it made it very suspicious to me. No, I know the rule of the double touch is there. I'm not convinced if it did happen. And yeah, allegedly they should have the technology like the chip inside the ball to know that the contact was made. But if that's the case, I don't know why UEFA wouldn't release that data alongside with the VAR recordings. If they have that information, they should show it to everyone, make it public. It was a bit suspicious in my opinion, but that's just the history of Real Madrid. El Magwell Argentino. Santiago, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the stream. No, even then, I know that we're gonna play Benfica in the Club World Cup, but I don't think I would make a whole video essay of like 60 plus years of history of Benfica. I think I would never do that, to be fair. The rule is that he can't retake it. If there's a double touch of the ball on a penalty shootout, it's just counted as a miss. The rule is that I think the rule is harsh, but the rule is that he cannot retake it. I think that if the contact was clearly unintentional, he should be allowed to retake it, but the rule is that no, you cannot do that. Seb, don't tell me that you believe that video from the World Cup final. If you watch the penalty from the other angle, that's the only angle where it seems like a double touch. But if you look it from like above, his other foot was not even close to being a double touch. I retweeted that as well. I can show it right now. I really hope I don't get DMCA'd by it, but like... Messi did not double touch it. Like, instantly after everybody was complaining about the Alvarez double touch, all of the Real Madrid accounts began claiming, oh, but Messi did it as well, Messi did it as well, look, Messi did it too, Messi did it too, They rushed to the scene to make it, and it's just not even close. Didn't I retweet it? I must have liked it for sure, but it's gonna take me a while to find that. So the video that was circling around, it was this one. they even deleted the original post. That's crazy. Hold up. Doesn't even come close to touching the ball with his other feet. Not even close to touching the ball with the other feet. But from the angle that's like below him, like on ground level, it looks like it double touches because the ball bounces off the ground once, and it seems like it touches his other foot, but it's not even close. And you can see that the other post was eliminated as well, the original one. Crazy shameless from all the Real Madrid fans right after everybody began complaining. There is a 10 that refers to his own content as video essays. Not all videos are video essays. That's for sure. Even if you send someone like Gravenberch to Mark Byrne, there's a chance Gravenberch still loses. Byrne is almost 2 meters tall. The entire Newcastle team is really tall too. I understand, but why would you make a conscious decision to send a short player to mark him? At least you should try to mark him with your own tall player that has a chance to win the header. I'm not saying that, oh, the goal doesn't happen if somebody tall is marking him. Dan Burn could still get the header of his life and still score that goal, but he's only able to get that good of a header from that position because nobody's marking him, because McAllister is chasing after him. If he has somebody that's as tall as him on him the whole time, it's going to be much more difficult for him to win a header, and if he does win the header, he's not going to be that comfortable to actually get that good of a header. So I don't understand the point. I really don't understand. EPL account brought up the Riyad Mahrez Saleh double touch from years ago after that too. Yeah, I saw that one too. There are many instances of double touch in the history of football. Googled McAllister and the second suggestion was height. I think that everybody is confused about it. I haven't read social media, but I'm sure that everybody's questioning that decision. Like, why the fuck are we doing that? I don't understand. Yeah, I see that Michael is doing the same. Michael is saying the same. Why was Mac constantly marking him on every corner? I have no idea. Why does it feel like Slot is the only one who doesn't see that? That's crazy to me. Wild stuff. nobody was defending the far post. Con- that's a choice, not marking the far post. Is it correct? I don't know, but it's hindsight to say, oh, nobody was marking the far post. It's a conscious decision to mark a corner like that. I think you either mark both posts or no post. If you mark both posts, you have to mark zones. But because it seemed like we were man-marking, it's better to mark a no post at all and just focus on getting a man against every player. But it's so troll to put McAllister as the one marking Burn. And it happened every single corner. I said it the first time I saw it in one of the replays. I mentioned it. I mentioned it a second time, and then by the third time it was the goal. Yeah, I don't understand what's your strategy for defending set pieces, and it clearly came back to bite us. Don't understand. Well, it's gonna be your turn to take the game to Newcastle. Because so far it seems like we've only tried to go on the counter and it's not been working out. Surely we see some minutes from Gakpo in the second half. I doubt we're gonna see any substitutions though at half time. But yeah, Newcastle did a fantastic job defensively as well. Trippier was rock solid. They were putting in a lot of men in the midfield to block off Salah, so he was not able to get a one-on-one with Livramento like ever. Right, the players coming out onto the pitch. The second half is about to start, and yeah, we need to see better from Liverpool. We had no shots on target in that first half. We tried to play on the counter attack a lot, but Newcastle's defense was the more solid of the two for sure. And Newcastle ended up justifying taking the lead in the end of the first half when they started gaining momentum and really putting the pressure on us. Isak is gonna get us underway. And the second half of the Carabao Cup final between Liverpool and Newcastle has begun here at Wembley Stadium, and Liverpool need to do better, and we're gonna have to turn this game around to win our first trophy of the season. Again, just like in the first half, Newcastle pressing up real high. That does mean that they're gonna still leave space behind their back line that we can potentially expose, but We need to be actually be precise with our passes if we're gonna play the long game like that. And we need to find a way to break their defensive block. What's crazy to me about the situation is how many people in the chain of command had to agree to that decision. Like, somebody comes up, I don't know if Slot or someone from his staff comes up with the genius idea of putting McAllister, after analyzing the tapes and analyzing absolutely everything about Newcastle and how they do their set pieces, somebody comes up with a brilliant idea to put McAllister to man-mark Dan Burn. And then they have to tell McAllister, and McAllister has to be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And then all the other players inside the pitch have to be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, you mark him. All the other defenders, all the tall defenders, like Van Dijk, Konate, Gravenberch, everybody has to be okay with that idea somehow. And everyone come to agree that yes, that's a great idea. And instantly we get punished for it. I don't understand. Yeah, I have fun. Synchronize my stream with Ranks Watchalong N. That's what base people do. They pause the stream until they are right on my clock. This is more of what I want to see, us really pressing and forcing Newcastle inside their box instead of just allowing them to be in the midfield. If we force them against inside their box, we are one pass closer to finding a good shot against Nick Pope. Joelinton is such a passion merchant. He's celebrating absolutely every challenge, every foul. Maybe Burn has a hideous smell, so no one wants to mark him. I don't know. No foul on Luis Diaz, says the ref. And here come Newcastle once again. Good interception from Van Dijk. Let's see, I already like the posturing from Liverpool a lot better. Do you think Joelinton is a natural blonde? Absolutely not. This gives me heavy Arsenal Inter vibes, where Arsenal were trying to win the second ball against a team significantly taller than them. But it's not even that. Newcastle isn't taller on average than Liverpool, I think. It's just that we are choosing how to defend the set pieces wrong. Let's see, corner for Newcastle. What's our strategy now? Did we change anything at halftime? No, McAllister is still marking him. What the fuck? What the fuck? McAllister's still next to him. I don't understand, man. Look at him, he's a full head taller than McAllister. Trippier with the delivery. And that's Joelinton putting inside the middle. And that's the second goal for Newcastle. We're so stupid. Disallowed, it says the linesman. Isak was already celebrating that. Dude, we're so stupid. Delivery again to the second post. Joelinton squares it down the middle. And I do think that Isak is slightly offside after the save from Kelleher is made. VAR is checking that one. He's not offside. Unless Isak is not offside. Unless they must have considered that the other player was interfering in the play. Isak was not offside, I think. They must have assumed that the player that was in front of Kelleher, who I think it's Guimaraes, is interfering with Kelleher's vision, which I guess he is. No, Isak was on side clearly, but it's for the interference of the other player blocking Kelleher's view. But again, why are we defending our set pieces? There's the second goal. Jesus Christ, there's the Isak goal. So easy. So easy for them. The cross from Livramento. Again, somebody else has it down and Isak is all alone to fire a shot and beat Kelleher. So easy for them. I don't understand. No, yeah, Isak was onside in the previous play. I agree with Steve. The other player was not onside. But there's nothing wrong with this play now. I like how people are trying to console me with the league. I know, and I'm very happy about the Premier League, but what the fuck? How are we gonna collapse every time on March or April and just get eliminated from every other competition? I don't understand how we could always capitulate this badly midway through the season. Livramento with the cross, and Murphy winning the header over Robertson, squaring it down the middle, and it's an easy shot for Isak, who is all alone. McAllister arrives late, Van Dijk arrives late, and yeah, easy 2-0 for Newcastle. Steve's shirtless. That's why I couldn't handle a stream with Steve in these circumstances. A prop for number 9 where they were saying that we were preparing a massive bid for Julian Alvarez. I don't know how much truth there is to that, or if it even is worth it, depending on the amount of money that they charge us. And I will still insist that we need some new defenders, because otherwise we have a really good starting back four and then we have absolutely nothing. Here comes Gravenberch. Liverpool really needing to find a response quickly if we're gonna get back into this game. I keep calling Tim Howard Ron. Eddie Murphy just rolled off the tongue really well. Curtis Jones preparing to make an appearance. Arne Slot desperate to make a substitution to change the course of the game. Is that an Isak flag in the shape of an IKEA logo? Yo. I don't really like Nunez, to be honest. Yeah, and forks are found in the kitchen. What even is that comment? Diogo Jota subbed out. For whomst? For Nunez. Great. Fantastic. Konate? Konate subbed out for Curtis Jones. Are we having a laugh? What? So is this gonna be Kwanzaa centre back and Gravenberch right back or what? What? I'm so confused. I've never seen Slot do a substitution like that. Chat, explain to me Konate for Curtis Jones as a substitution. Maybe a back three with Gravenberch as third centre back and Robertson higher. I mean, but if you're gonna shift to a back three, why do you take off a centre back and put in a midfielder? Like what? If you're gonna move to a formation with three centre backs, why are you subbing out the centre back? Curtis is a worse name, that's why? Ah, fair. I don't understand, man. I'm flabbergasted. Arne Slot out here doing a Bielsa for sure. Definitely a Bielsa move. Lucho Diaz. It's like McAllister. No, what a save! What a save from Pope on the shot from Curtis Jones. What a fantastic save from Pope. Holy crap, that was our first clear chance of the game. Amazing play, and Curtis Jones finds himself practically all alone inside the box. Wow, massive reflexes from Nick Pope to stretch his hand and save it with his arm, deflecting it over the crossbar. That's going to be a corner for Liverpool. And Tonali is already time wasting in the 59th minute of the game, trying to calm down our momentum. There's a new Pope, but not in Rome. That's crazy. They're wild for that. Do you keep switching from Swedish and American commentators or what? What's going on with my hair? What the fuck? I don't know what's worse, if Liverpool or my hair. 60th. Actually, it was the 60th minute. It said 59 on the screen. Shut up, sue me. McAllister with the cross. easily cleared away, but Sosla is going to be able to recycle this one back. We need to try to put in another cross with all of the bodies that we have inside the box, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be possible. Normally 0th minute? No, never. We mentioned how many seconds it's been, that's it. That's a really good pass. That's going to be another corner. Joelinton again screaming his lungs out for losing a corner. That's a very good clearance, to be fair, but if I had Joelinton in front of me, I would punch his face so bad. And I would probably get beat up right after because he's a professional athlete and I'm a nobody. McAllister with another cross on the corner. Pope is there to punch it out. You can be critical of that finish. Way too central, shouldn't be savable. Yeah, it wasn't the best finish from Curtis Jones, but he did what the play asked him to do. Hey! Isn't that a foul? I don't think it was, but it was a charge on the back of Konsa, but you see, if that happened in midfield, it would probably get given as a foul, but because it was inside the penalty box, it's not given as a foul. That's something that usually happens. Yeah, I mean, the shot from Curtis was extremely central, but he needed to prioritize firing quickly rather than positioning his shot as best as he could. He needed to surprise Pope, basically, and he almost did. Like, Pope had to make some massive reflexes to actually catch that one. Oh my god. What a save from Kelleher. What a save from Kelleher. What the hell, man. Amazing ball from Bruno Guimaraes for Barnes. And Isak is not able to finish the job. Kelleher keeping us in the game there. Yeah, Barnes absolutely onside. Isak absolutely onside. And it was a good finish from Isak too, considering that the ball was behind him. And the save from Kelleher keeps us in the game. If South Americans say goal when celebrating, what do you say when score points in rugby? Try? No. And we still say try in Spanish too. But not to celebrate the try, just something like vamos or bien or something, I don't know. I don't watch that much rugby. He did win the header, but usually when that happens in midfield, like Seb, you're gonna have to agree with me. Don't they signal a foul when that happens, when somebody charges at someone's back? Who's time wasting now? Joelinton? I would punch that guy in the face. And Isak. They usually do, but they shouldn't. Well, exactly. Your enemy is in extreme insufferable pain. Think positively. Nah. Nah, what is that mentality? Gakpo was subbed in for whomst? McAllister. I guess we did have an extra midfielder now that Curtis is on, but what the hell is this formation now? We're improvising. We're throwing random shit at the wall, hoping something sticks. Kinda late for Gakpo, but he's also coming off injury, so we don't know if he's in the best shape to actually play like 40 minutes or something. Maybe this 23 is the best we can give him. He did only come at late into the extra time, and here comes Newcastle in the counter attack. Livramento pushing forward, giving it to Isak. Isak for Joelinton. He's not gonna arrive. That's gonna be a goal kick for Liverpool. Yeah, out here playing 3-5 or something crazy. Yeah, it's just hoping something sticks. We need to score a goal ASAP if we're gonna have any chance of a comeback. Is Joelinton intentionally matching his hair and beard with Newcastle's colours? I doubt it. You should ask him. I don't know why you're asking me questions that I have no answer to. Is that gonna be 3-0? No, because they cannot square it properly inside the box. But again, Newcastle being the more threatening of the two sides, and here comes the shot. It's just wide from Murphy. That's gonna be a goal kick for Liverpool. But another bad pass, and because we have no midfield, we can get instantly punished by it. I guess we're going all in now, and here comes Salah. Luis Diaz on the right, appearing for once. It's weird, like Diaz and Salah are overlapping now. It's really just random bullshit. Jugadores, la concha de su madre. That's an easy catch for Pope on the cross. Oh, Gravenberch losing the ball just like that, and that's going to be a throw-in for Newcastle. Yeah, we are shell-shocked. We have... Newcastle has been much closer to scoring a third than we have of scoring our first goal. The final was really close until it wasn't. I'm not even gonna read that comment. That made me die inside a little. This fucking guy, he keeps on celebrating winning a throwing. What the hell? Conceding a throwing, not even winning it. He's been doing that even before they were winning. And I'm sure he's gonna get praised for it if they end up winning the final. That's a foul from Soboslai. A free kick for to Newcastle. It seemed like Soboslai touched the ball first, but that is a foul in my opinion. Because Celebrity's not washing his hands after using the bathroom. Crazy stuff. Harvey Elliott and Chiesa are the solution. More random bullshit, go. Darwin, forward, man. Oh my. What is that pass? Yo. Okay, Elliot and Chiesa. Chiesa for Gravenberch. So like it's really all in. And Elliot for Humst. Elliot for Luis Diaz. Fair enough. Cheers. Two to six. So stupid. Like yeah, just subbing more forwards. That will surely help us create a chance. And now we have offensive players covering defensive positions because you still have the same shape. Elliot is essentially the right back. And now he's pushing forward. Now there's no right back. Gakpo overlapping with Nunez. Kwanzaa opens it up for Salah. Salah is going to try to deliver a cross, and that's going to be a corner after the deflection on Livramento. You want Liverpool to lose, but you also want pens. You can potentially get both if we score 2 goals. Harvey Elliott with the cross. Pope comes off his line to punch it away. And that's going to be a throw-in for us. Play it quickly. Another crossing from Soboslai. Gets headed away twice inside the box by Newcastle. No, Chiesa tries to throw it in. There was some appeals for a handball, but they quickly die down, and Robertson is gonna get there first and not gonna allow Isak to get another chance. And here we come again. Oh, the winner of this qualifies to the Conference League, not the Europa League. That's wild. So the FA Cup is the Europa League. Konsa, wide for Gakpo. I don't know why Gakpo is so wide open. That's gonna be a free kick. Foul from Bruno Guimaraes on Chiesa. Let's see if we can actually deliver a good cross here and put a bit of suspense to the match. Would be crucial to score here and still have 13 minutes to fish for a second goal. Good cross, decent cross, gets cleared away. Robertson lofts it inside the box. Chiesa, marked by 3 players. Now for Gakpo. Nope. And Szoboszlai loses the ball, recovers the ball. Harvey Elliott over to Van Dijk. Salah. Inside the box. Cleared away by Fabian Schär. They were appealing for a penalty, but I don't think it was. They were appealing that Trippier was holding Van Dijk there, but I don't think there's a foul. Elliott with another cross, and again cleared away. Chiesa in a Liverpool shirt does look pretty cursed, but I guess it's just we've barely seen him play, and so it does look like, yeah, it's still crazy. Like, it doesn't fit at all. We still haven't, because he's played so little, we haven't gotten time to get used to it. Decent shot from Curtis, takes a deflection, so that's gonna be another corner. Isak unsurprisingly cramping again, and so that's gonna be Callum Wilson being subbed in. We do see Italian players played out of Italy. Tonali, Calafiori, Donnarumma. Imagine seeing Varela on a Real Madrid shirt, it just doesn't feel right. It wouldn't, but Varela is like one of the players that would have the quality to play for Real Madrid, funnily enough. Doesn't make sense to keep chugging crosses when Newcastle is so tall. Yeah, and our forwards aren't exactly tall either, so the crosses don't seem to be the way around it. But there's so little space inside the box that finding a combination play is going to be extremely difficult. And also, what's next? Like shots from distance? Yeah, like good luck trying to score one of those. But at this point, I guess you just have to wing it, do something. You say that, but Inter cannot do need the money. If somebody comes in and splashes 90 million on Barella, they are gonna accept that. Joelinton has a shot, just wide. See, that's the combination play we should try to go for, but we don't have the space to actually do it. Tonali now fires from distance and is saved by Kelleher. Let's see, we played fast, but Soboslai does not reach it. Again, I don't know why we're rushing into those decisions just to lose the ball again. That's going to be a corner for Newcastle after that shot took a deflection on Curtis Jones. You see them selling Martinez to Arsenal, but you don't see them selling Bastoni or Varela. Well, I think that you may be influenced by the fact that Martinez to Arsenal was actually a rumor that I think it's extremely fake, but at least somebody mentioned it. So, like, that may play into some kind of bias into thinking that's possible because somebody proposed it's possible. Trippier with the cross, gonna be easily cleared away. Newcastle not really committing that many men forward. And the shot from Callum Wilson goes wide, and that's gonna be a goal kick for Liverpool. Mr. Krabs, I'm gonna... I know the league is on a silver platter, man. I've been saying that the entire stream. Everybody keeps telling me that. This game is not the league. This game is for the Carabao Cup, and I want to win it. Don't care. I'll care about the league eventually when it happens. Today, the objective was to win the Carabao Cup, and we failed. A few days ago, it was to qualify to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and we failed. I don't fucking care that we're gonna win the league. Today, I'm gonna care eventually, not today. You're better off doing Pokeball battles, where we'll see about that, because I have to face Sev. That's gonna be a very difficult and intense match. We'll see if I can even be good at that. You should care. Man City won't win it in God knows how long. We'll have to see. We don't know what Man City could do in the summer. Especially if Liverpool don't take their transfer window seriously again. Literally, our only signing of the winter was Chiesa. It's crazy. I don't understand the example, but fair enough. No, yeah, I said it before that Liverpool always gas out in March or April. Last season was in April, where we were also in a title race, and in April we fell off so bad that it was only Man City and Arsenal in the end. We were eliminated of every competition in April as well. It's always because we don't make the signings that we have to make, and so The players are just tired of playing every single game, and yeah, we gas out at this time of the season. Alright, I'm gonna give you. Hold up. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes to think about what you've done. Watch the J League, it's fun. I'm sure it is, but the time zone for watching the J League is absolutely horrible in Argentina. Hugo Maradona, brother of Diego Maradona, played in the J League. That's funny. Yo, great. I thought your trip was gonna be 3 hours long, but you're back to see us lose the final just in time. A little bit of signal. Yeah, we absolutely collapsed, and now we've been desperate for the past like 20 minutes, it feels like, and we've done absolutely nothing in that desperation. Newcastle look really, really comfortable. It doesn't feel like we're gonna score anytime soon. You could give us like 30 minutes. You could give us the whole extra time, and we still wouldn't score a single goal. Yeah, 2-0. Defensive masterclass from Newcastle and defensive disaster class from Liverpool. I believe is this no, Isak was subbed out for Wilson before, but now Murphy is being subbed out for somebody. He's walking very funny. Listen, when you play like shit, you can lose to everybody on 90 minutes. We were trailing to Southampton, one of the worst Premier League sides we've ever seen, at Anfield at some point, not too long ago. On the bright side, the players can rest and they will focus on the league. Yeah, I've had enough of that as well, if you don't mind. Oh, you guys, you don't get it. I don't care about the league. Today is about the Carabao Cup and we're gonna lose. Yeah, it was to be expected. I was sort of more relying on Newcastle being so inconsistent. Mostly relying on Newcastle being so inconsistent that we could exploit their weaknesses, but no, not even that. Newcastle played a fantastic game and we keep playing like we've been playing so far. 8 minutes of stoppage time, so they really want to make my suffering as long as possible. No, yeah, I'm shocked too. What can you do? What can you do? You have a chance to make the Champions League quarterfinals and win a trophy, and you fail at both within a week. Callum Wilson fighting with Kwanzaa, but Kwanzaa gets the better of the duel, and Kelleher is able to pick up the ball. Arsenal had half team injured, Man City turned into Burnley, Tottenham lost their defence for 3 months, Man United haven't been good since 2011, and Chelsea only lasted for a good 3 months. Yep, and that's why Liverpool are gonna win the league, because everyone else is even worse. That's a foul from Gakpo, and it's gonna be a free kick for Newcastle. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. I know you were trolling. That's the whole point. We're not gonna score. We're not even gonna score. Think positively. Yeah. I'm Mr. Positive right now. Don't worry. We're not even gonna score. There we go. Darwin. Nope. 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 Impossible for us to score. Absolutely impossible. Soon you'll get to see Argentina playing World Cup qualifiers. Hope we can get it. We beat Brazil. If we beat Brazil, I'm honestly happy. Well, there's a goal. I was saying, no, actually, it's offside. Never mind. That would have been crazy to see if Chiesa was actually going to score for Liverpool. He's on, by the way. That's a goal. I'm already giving it. Chiesa scores for Liverpool. Let's go, boys. We're back in it. How much do we have? 4 minutes? I've seen crazier comebacks. If we pull a Real Madrid on these guys. Hold up. Hold your horses. Why are they delaying so much? He's so clearly onside. Yeah, so clearly onside. I don't know why that took so long. Yeah, it's useless to show the VAR officials if you're not actually showing what they're talking about. Nah, they were checking if Harvey Elliott committed a foul on Guimaraes. There was nothing. Absolutely should be a goal, and they need to give us those minutes back. Yeah, they should add more time. We'll likely go to 100 minutes now. It should. Yeah, there it is. Chiesa didn't understand English, so he didn't know what was going on. Consolation goal? Well, let's hope it's not a consolation goal. We should have like 5 more minutes to go. At least speaking to when that goal actually was scored and how much time was left. Why isn't play resuming, man? We need to go to like 101 minutes now. Crazy that we couldn't do this before. Crazy. Now we have to go for the miracle play. But there should be like... yeah, like 4 more minutes of stoppage time. 3 or 4. Is there extra time or it goes straight to pens? There is extra time. there is extra time. Was that a Liverpool fan with a PSG cap? I didn't see it. It better not have been. Or maybe it's because he lost a bet or something. Maybe he lost a bet on Tuesday if it was the case. No foul from Gakpo, but yeah, it's the corner tactic from Newcastle and they're gonna win the corner. Not the corner, the throw-in. And Bruno G really celebrating that. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get another opportunity, to be fair. Seems very unlikely that we actually get another chance. Well, they added 8 minutes, so we're coming to the end of that, but they should really add more time after the VAR check. That should be a yellow for Bruno Guimaraes for time wasting, but it's not gonna be. Yeah, we did score. Chiesa scoring the goal for Liverpool. Willock is gonna take it to the other corner now. Corner strats once again. Yep, bounces off Kwanzaa, and that's gonna be a corner for Newcastle. Every time wasting technique now by Tonali, untying his shoes and tying them up again. That's gonna earn him a yellow card. Every time wasting technique in the book. But you gotta respect it, like it's for a trophy. So I cannot talk crap about it. I'm just salty, but I have to respect it. Imagine a last minute. I'm imagining it, but I cannot see it happen. Because Newcastle just hold the ball in their own part. Well, if he continues, yeah, it should be a second yellow, but like... that's on the ref. Let's see, do we have a final chance? So also like gonna play it long. We have so many men forward, but can we actually do anything with it? Doesn't seem like it. And apparently Callum Wilson is on side, but I doubt, is he gonna go for goal? No, he's gonna take it to the corner. He gets beat by Soboslai. How much time do we have left? Not enough, it seems. Pope is gonna clear it long. What does the ref say? Somebody's time wasting, I think. Yo, Santiago, thank you so much for joining the Bowlers. Welcome. You're now a proud YouTube member of this channel. Thank you so much for that. Hope that you enjoy the extra content that you're gonna get. Extra content, I don't mean videos, because my videos are still gonna be for everyone, but you get early access to all of my videos for 48 hours. You get to use custom emojis in chat. You get a badge for yourself. And also, you can vote in the member polls, which, by the way, one of the members polls is up right now to choose the topic of the video of April. If you want to vote in that, you can go to my community tab and vote on that. And you can do that because the ref blows the whistle, and that's the end of the game. Newcastle United are the champions of the EFL Cup, and Liverpool once again left empty-handed. Great. Fantastic, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Crazy for Newcastle to win a trophy like that. And once again, back-to-back disappointments for Liverpool. First the Champions League and now this. That's insane. Insane how every time we can collapse in March and April because our board doesn't take the transfer window seriously and they think that we are good as we are and that we have enough product to actually seek through a full campaign. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Always the board letting us down at times like this. It's insane, honestly. So disappointed. So disappointed. I'm not even surprised, not even... I am mad, but not even sad about it. It's just so fucking stupid. It is what it is, though. At some point you'll start running out of it is what it is with this club. Because we are successful, but when can you take it to the extra mile? Well, that's gonna come up with the board. The board, once the board decides to take things seriously, we're gonna see. Well, another disappointing Liverpool stream, back to back. Crazy. Yeah, it could be worse. I could be supporting United. That's true. Rough week. Definitely has been a rough week. Definitely a rough week. Definitely two rough back-to-back streams. Nothing else to say. Crazy. Crazy for us to capitulate like that. We're only playing for the league now, so we better secure that. More trophies than Spurs, that is true, for Newcastle in the last few years. Insane. Anyway, I don't have the energy to keep waffling about my disappointment. Thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you to Seb. Thank you to Santiago. Thank you to Mr. Crowd, to Craig, to Kule, everyone, to Mats as well, everyone who joined the stream. Thank you so much for your support in the channel, for the watch-alongs, the other content. Remember to like the stream, to check out my other videos. If you're a member of the channel, check out the community tab and vote in the most recent poll to decide the next video. Yeah, and I suppose I'll be seeing you guys later. I don't know what the next watch-along is gonna be, but I promise that we're gonna do something. Yes, I'll do more watch-alongs, so don't worry, Craig. You're gonna see me soon, I suppose. Thank you so much for the support, and thank you for joining me in this stream and making this experience a bit more bearable. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Peace out.